Hey kids, this is Ivan. How you doing? It's funny. I was just thinking about this topic, and then Jason puts up this video, something like the ultimate currency, and he's talking about time and talking about role-playing games or putting some time into role-playing games. But just the idea there's only so many hours in a day. We only have so much time. There are other priorities. There are other responsibilities. And I've been thinking about this lately because every once in a while I take stock of like how am I doing? Am I going off the deep end in one area of my life or another? Am I getting out of balance? What are my goals for the next year? What do I want to do? How are my priorities lining up? And I've been spending a lot of time thinking about games, reading role-playing games, learning them, playing them, talking about them. Imagine that. And it's been a really rewarding hobby, and I was able to jump back in with both feet maybe like 2.5, 3 years ago, and I've been doing nothing but amping up, which is great, and so far so good. But there are a lot of games that I become interested in, a lot of systems I become interested in, a lot of people that I've met that I enjoy talking to, that I've enjoyed playing with, and trying to coordinate schedules so we can play again. I still want to put together a local game group that I can play with long term of like-minded people that is willing to try a whole bunch of different games, and so still working on that. But I have other priorities in life too. I have a girlfriend. I have kids. They're grown, so it's a matter of me actually catching them to spend some time with them. I have work. I have my work schedule's changed, so I have to that's rearranged. All the things I do. I have to go to the gym. I have to eat right. I have to do all that kind of stuff. I'm not playing music as much as I used to play by a long shot, and it's funny. But I still like to play. I'd like to play some more. I watched this video on YouTube, and I wish I should have written down the name of these people because I've watched the video a couple times, and it's like jazz fusion, really young kids, and they're unbelievable. And I'm watching this video yesterday. Just put it up on the TV and was having a blast listening to them play, and realizing that I'll never be as good as these guys because I simply don't have the time to practice that much to be that good. If I did that, that's all I would be doing, and I wouldn't be doing anything else. So woe is me. I'm not going to be a virtuoso. But life only gives us so many hours. We have to prioritize where do we put them. And so it's been fun finding the balance of how much do I put into role-playing games, and then when I do that, where do I put that time? And it can be a little bit overwhelming. It can be a little bit disconcerting that sometimes I feel like I'm playing catch up because, if you watch my channel, and who wouldn't because it's fascinating, I spent a long period of time away from the hobby, just doing other things. And so I missed a whole bunch. So I'm playing a bit of catch up, checking out different systems, checking out different phases the hobby has gone through, and having a lot of fun doing it. But, there's only so much time. So it's not a bad problem to have. I mean, it beats sitting around with an old game on my shelf and nobody to play with and, just twiddling my thumbs. So, I'd rather have it be this way than the reverse. But, it can be a challenge, I think, for all of us to figure out, well, how much time am I going to put into this? And, when I finally do have some time, do the people I want to play with, do they have time now? Do you have time? Can we coordinate a date? Which has been part of my life lately, which is fine. So I'm not sure what the point of this video is, but I remember I watched Jason's video and I said, yeah, me too. I understand what you're talking about. Of course, I don't recall if I mentioned this already, but Jason has purchased a whole bunch of games recently, which makes his video really funny, because so have I, and so we both have our work cut out for us. But I'm enjoying it. So yeah, how about you? How has your relationship with time and the hobby been?